How's it going, ReadyUpLive? Microsoft sent me an Xbox One X to do some tests on, and here are the results. Now, obviously, a big part of the Xbox One X is that it does 4K. I don't even own a 4K TV. I'm rocking the 1440p, 144Hz monitor setup. So I was wondering how I could even create this content. And I realized that most people have 1080p displays still. So why not compare what the Xbox One X looks like versus the Xbox One S in 1080p? Even if you don't have a 4K screen, the Xbox One X makes games look better. And so I put it to the test. I tried some of my favorite games that were Xbox One X enhanced, and I tried to match the shots. So let's take a look and see what I found. Now, before we move forward, you have to account for compression. YouTube compresses a lot. I'm using an Elgato HD60S capture card to capture this footage, and then I gotta render it out. There are just layers of compression, so always consider that everything you see here will look a little better on your actual screen. When you see the Xbox One X logo in the top left of the video, that means the footage you were looking at was captured on my Xbox One X. If there is no logo there, that means it was captured on my S. So X means X, blank means S. Wow, that's a mouthful. So let's start here on Titanfall 2, one of my favorite FPS games in a while. This is just the training room here, and this is what it looks like on the S. There don't seem to be major graphical changes in Titanfall. It's already a pretty good looking game, but there's certainly better anti-aliasing. Aliasing are the jaggies. They're the pixelated corners of objects. If you take a look at your pilot buddy over here, you can clearly see the difference between the X and the S. He also has a little more glow at a distance. It seems like there's a lot more fall off on that glow effect on the S. Here's a little in-game cutscene at the start of the game here. Once again, you can see the difference in the glow effects. The S glow seems to be a little more general, where the X is a little more Michael Bay-y. You can also definitely see that everything in this image is just a little bit clearer on the X. This clarity is most evident in his armor. If you take a look at this here, the character model just has higher quality textures. So what I'm getting at so far is that essentially playing on the X is like putting on glasses for the first time. Here's a close-up of his face. Again, it's just more clear. Here's a good example of the new shadow effects. Darker blacks and just more clear shadows in general. You can see this if you look at some of the plants around. They go from having almost no shadow to very clearly having a shadow. Here is a perfect shot to showcase the X's power. There's a lot to take in here. Details are more clear on the X. There are just better lighting effects in general everywhere. The plants show huge differences just in lighting and quality. Now let's take a look at one of the best games ever made, Halo 3. Yes, the Xbox 360 backwards compatible Halo 3 has been enhanced for Xbox One X. Now what's strange about this to me is that it's so clear, despite the fact that it's still in 30 frames a second. It kind of messes with your mind. It feels wrong. You guys can judge that yourself, but it's just pretty strange seeing such high quality with 30 frames.
You became the soldier we needed you to be. Like the others, you are strong and swift and brave. A natural leader. But you had something they didn't. Something no one saw but me. Can you guess? Luck.
Of all my tests, this is the most drastic. Very, very clear differences, especially in anti-aliasing. But oddly enough, for whatever reason, Johnson doesn't have pouches in this. Look at that. What is that about? What, Johnson, where did your pouches go? On the Xbox One X, he has no pouches. Huh. Looking at the arbiter here, you can just clearly see the differences. Goodbye, jaggies. If you notice on the right side of the screen here, there's some kind of artifact. I'm not entirely sure what caused this, maybe just an emulation issue, but I only saw this on the X. Here's what it looks like in-game, just a world of difference. They weren't playing around. This is much clearer than it used to be. Once again, Johnson becomes pouchless, and this guy turns white. I'm not gonna comment on that one. That's oh man, oh boy. In all seriousness, the game probably just pulls a random marine into that position before you trolls come out. Check out these blades of grass here, just completely different. Of course, I had to show you guys the fan favorite, The Pit. Very, very evident the differences here. Everything looks better. Scratches are more apparent. Everything is less blurry. Take a look at that fence. You can really see the fence. Let's check out Gears of War 4. Right in the menu, there's a character in the background. You can already see the difference. Once again, it's like you put on glasses, X glasses. In campaign, as well as anti-aliasing, lighting effects are the big difference. Around fire, shadows in general, they all look better. There are many areas where it doesn't seem like there were really lighting effects at all, and they flipped on a switch. I had to check out Horde as well because I know campaign's a bit different. And once again, you can see it here. It looks like there are just entirely new lighting effects that didn't exist before. Looks a lot better. Gears 4 lets you switch your rendering preference. I imagine we'll see this kind of thing a lot more moving forward. It's a lot more PC-like. Here's Super Lucky's Tale. Now, I actually really recommend this game. I've been playing it for a while, and I didn't expect anything. I'm like, yeah, the game isn't out. Sure, I'll give it a shot. It's just some kid's game. It's surprisingly difficult for one. It's like a mix between Super Mario and Banjo-Kazooie. And if that sounds at all interesting to you, I highly recommend checking it out. Pretty fun stuff. This is a relatively simple looking game, so the big thing here is just anti-aliasing. Halo 5. Now, Halo 5 uses a lot of tricks to make things look good, so really the only huge difference I noticed was in anti-aliasing and fog. It seems like things are a little less foggy around the area. Also, for whatever reason, on Xbox One X, Locke's radar is different on this mission.
Watch out!
Where did it go?
The reclamation.
Oh yes, AIs are just machines, aren't we? Mass-produced, disposable. Well, humanity may not have cared for its created, but we will care for you.
You expect other AIs to join you?
I have cured rampancy. Not just for me, but for any who join my cause.
Lastly, this was an interesting side effect of Xbox One X. Rec packs appear to be slightly smoother in opening. I thought I was crazy when I opened a rec pack and I just said, wow, that was a very smooth opening. So hey, microtransactions everybody, woo! So my final verdict about the Xbox One X is that yeah, it definitely does the trick, even if you don't have a 4K TV. There aren't enough Xbox One X enhanced games yet, but I imagine pretty much everything here on out's going to be. As games are developed for the Xbox One X, we'll see its true use of power. Do you need an Xbox One X? No, not really, not yet. Honestly, I would say hold off on it. Wait a little bit. If you have a 4K TV, yeah, probably worth it. If you want enhanced visuals, load times, overall, everything's a little better. It is a better console. It's a new console. If that appeals to you, go for it. But I can't imagine anything being Xbox One X exclusive for a while, if that happens. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Put a lot of work into this. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe for more videos. See you guys next time.